Hello students and family members, this is Mr. Panza. Thanks for stopping by. In math class, we've been working on this main question right here. How do we multiply by two-digit numbers? This is a new concept for 4th grade students, and we've been working on it in our math stations when we are constructing our math skills. We've actually taught the students 2 ways to multiply two-digit numbers, and I'm going to show you those 2 ways right here. Remember, the purpose of the video is to help your student really work on the problems, but I'm only going to do one, so you can pause it, you can rewind it, you can rewatch it, do whatever you want, as long as it's helpful. I'm going to teach you the 2 different ways, and I'm also going to teach you how to use this multiplication chart, which can be found in your student's organizer to multiply numbers if they are struggling with some of their math facts. So let's take an example like 48 times 23. Well, the way that many of us were taught how to multiply were to start with the ones. 8 times 3. Well, let's say your student is struggling with that math fact. You can go into the multiplication chart. Here's 8, then 1, 2, 3, so 8 times 3 is 24. I'm going to carry my 2 because I cannot fit 24 ones into the ones category, so I separate it. I take 2 tens and 4 ones and separate it that way. My next step is to multiply the tens, which in this case is 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12, and I have to make sure that I'm adding the top bar. 4, 8, 12 plus 2 is 14. So I have 144. Now what I've been teaching the students is, because a lot of them are using pencil, cross out what you've already used, especially in the addition part as well as down here. We've done this one in the ones, and now we just want to focus on the tens. So we have, again, our 2 and our 8, and we start out multiplying the ones. So I multiply 2 times 8, which in this case is 16, and this is why the students have to cross that 1 out, because I carry again, and I bring down the 6. Now you may be wondering, why in the world did he skip this space here? It's because this is where I drop the egg. This becomes a 0 because technically this 2 is not worth 2 at all. It's in the tens category, so it's worth 20, which is why you have to drop the egg. Then, just to finish it off, multiply 2 times 4, which gives me 8, add my 1, and drop it down here, which is 9. And because multiplication is nothing but repeated addition, you can add these 2 numbers together and get an answer. 4 plus 0 is 4. 6 plus 4 is 10, so carry your 1. Bring down your 0. 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 1 more is 11. And my answer is 1,104. That is the typical way to learn multiplication. The other way to do it is the lattice method. This was a brand new method to me a couple of years ago, but it is a way that can help certain students if they are struggling along the way. So give them the option to do this if they are struggling. There's a couple different tricks that you have to know. You still have to make sure that you're putting the one number on top, and the other number must go on the right side of the lattice chart. You still start with the ones category. 2 times 8, which is 16. Then 4 times 2, which is 8. Here's a quick trick. If it's 8, you can't just write an 8. Because you have 2 spaces, you need to have a place value holder for the tens, and then an 8 down here. Then you multiply the tens category. 8 times 3, which is 24. And then 4 times 3, which is 12. Once you have your lattice chart completely filled in, it's time to add. The biggest thing you must remember with lattice is you add from right to left. And that's typically how we do it, but it is very easy because it's a brand new way to start going left to right. Instead, it's right to left. I bring down my 4 because there's nothing else there. Then you'll notice I add these numbers together. 6 plus 2 is 8, plus 2 more is 10. You still have to carry the 1 and bring down the 0. And then once again, I'm going to add 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 8 is 10, plus 1 more is 11. Carry the 1, bring down the 1. Then add 1 plus 0 and get 1, and here is my answer in the form of an L. 1104. Or in other words, 1,104. That's the way to use the lattice method. Sorry for that announcement at the end, but it wouldn't be an impromptu video without a quick announcement. Those are the 2 ways to multiply, and those are the ways we've been teaching the students as well as the multiplication chart. So our main question, how do we multiply by two-digit numbers? Well, you can either use place value by dropping the egg, or the lattice method by using repeated addition. Thanks, and I hope this helps.